So now I'm just gonna do some final touches, okay? So we don't want our animators to be able to break our rig. So I have this joint right here, and I don't want the animator to animate the translates. So I'm gonna lock that out. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna lock out things that I don't want animated. Alright, let's just make sure this is correct. It's looking good. Neck. Head, we don't want to animate that. This one. Oh, so I missed one, so I have to go in here. Missed the shoulder. Lock it. Lock it. Now this one, really, I can lock everything but my rotate X. So I'm going to go in here. Lock. This one's good. Again, this one, everything but rotate X. I want to kill the keyframe. And kill keyframes, because when the animator gets this, I want to make sure I don't have any keyframes left on here. Delete selected on the keyframes. Still have some keyframes here. Say no. Oh, still have animation on this one. Okay. Oh, a little bit on this wrist. Okay. So go in, make sure I only have rotations. Scale is not such a big deal. It's more important to make sure that my rotations, or that my translates are locked out. So there we go. Okay. This one, the root, we keep our translates because we need to be able to animate up and down. But the root 0, if you remember, root 0 needs to be locked out. Okay, so last thing is scaling. It should work, but you'll see that some things are not scaling properly. The head control and the arm controls, and that's because these are constrained. These are, everything else is joints, but we need to do a scale constraint on this. So I select my scale here, and then I am going to go to my do not touch and my hand connect right here. So I'm going to grab scale, left hand connect, and then I'm going to scale constrain here. And then scale, hand connect here. Scale constraint. So now that should work. And scale, head connect, scale constraint. So now when I scale this, everything scales properly. Oops, something didn't scale with the head. I didn't press the button correctly. Constrain, scale. I know what I did. I think I locked that out earlier in the day. Yep. Have to unlock this first. Try again. Scale, head constraint, scale, and lock it out. Okay. There we go. now my head constraint goes along with it. Now, of course, we should have our world space worked out beforehand, but if we don't, and sometimes we want a big guy and a small guy, we can use this scale. Okay. Save. And if we want to use our blend shapes, it's always good to test our rig. Even when, because sometimes when we skin, our blend shapes might not work if we didn't do it in the right order. So let's check it out. Blink, and it still works. Angry, surprise, worry, or sad. Okay.